like to work. Yes.
So what did you think of those video resumes?
I thought it was a great idea and a great way to communicate with people that have never been or hired or worked with people with disabilities. Just giving them an overview of what can be done.
I would have liked to have seen more variety in how that switch could have worked in other areas of work.
Right, because you wouldn't, as an employer, if you'd never used a switch before, you wouldn't necessarily know what you can attach it to. And what you can
Exactly,
do.
exactly.
So if you've got a few minutes, Stephen has his video resume right here, and he'd like to show
Oh,
it to you.
good.
You want to
Excellent.
push that? You want to push that arrow? Push that arrow?
Okay. That's at the Goodwill store.
Yeah, no,
Cool. You like working? You come and work here, what, hour and a half every Thursday?
that's it.
Yay!
It's a good resume.
So now that you've seen, like, from his resume and everything, how he can remain so focused, is it possible to look at, longer shifts, 2 to 3 hours? We've been doing an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, there's always plenty of work around here to do, so maybe we can find something else that would you'd really be able to help us with.
Good, that'd be great.
That's, yeah.
So what we're trying to do for James is show in very concrete terms how much he earned. It's $124.50. But how much he lost in the time that he quit work and went home early, and that's $24.90 in a 2-week period. Because we know that money is a big motivator for him, that he wants to be able to buy games and other things like that.
So Donna, what do you think that would mean for James realistically? If we said, I lost $24.90, what do you think that would mean to him?
That would mean he lost out on a trip to Olive Garden with his girlfriend. So maybe that would be something that would matter to him. Have you ever had this conversation with him before, but
In general, yes.
not anywhere where he's been able to actually look at it
Right.
and see for himself that, wow, it's almost a quarter of.
Yeah, this shows a really good visual that there's that huge chunk of the pie there, one whole slice, where he could have earned something and didn't because of his choices. So this is an interesting chart because it's broken down by tasks and quantity, and it can show how much a person did out of all their tasks in a given day. And the other thing that's really important about this one is that it allows the employer to set the bar. And if the employer sets the bar here and says, I need you to make sure that all this mail is checked every day, and when you get up to this line, then we can talk about more hours, then the employer's in charge.
So what I really like about this is how it will give our customers the independence to communicate with their supervisors.
And the other thing that we've talked about with this particular chart is what happens when a supervisor changes and they have an expectation or a bar that's set higher than the previous person. At least you can use this to say, but look, they were meeting expectations, they have been meeting expectations. You can change it and we can work on that. But this employee has met store expectations for the last 6 months, the last year, whatever the time frame was. That's great, and that sort of takes you out of the role of cheerleading and saying, oh, he is doing a
Right.
great job, or she is doing
Right.
a great job.
It isn't just, I think he is, it's here are the tasks he's doing that you've asked him to do, and he's doing them in this way for this amount of time.
Yeah, that's great. So James, this is an example of one of the charts that we've been talking about.
Okay.
That we think is going to help people look at how much money they earn and what they could be earning. So we're going to ask you to try this for the next couple weeks. You're going to track how many minutes are in your total shift,
Okay.
how many minutes you worked,
All right.
And then we can see what time was lost out of your total shift. And that's put into dollars. So we're hoping that you can test this for us and see how it works.
Okay, I can give it a try.
Yeah? So it's real simple. You're just gonna look at how many minutes in your shift and then how many you worked. And it's
Okay.
gonna calculate for us and you can see, wow, this is how much I earned and I missed out on this little slice. And then you can think about what you could do with that little slice.